Alright, my name is Leah Hibbs, and I am cosplaying as Mikuo Hatsune from Vocaloids. I've been going to conventions ever since Acon 12 or 13, and that's been a long time ago. My first actual cosplay, I was dressed up as TV Moon that my grandmother had made for an RPG LARP thing way back when, for Sailor Moon. Pros? Let's see here. You get to meet people, well, I mean, you get to meet people out of costume, but it's more fun to be in costume. And, I like cosplay because it's fun. And it's one of my hobbies. And I like trying to come up with, different things. I don't have the top skills yet, but I do what I do. I do what I can. So, I actually work at a thrift store, Goodwill. Yay, Goodwill. So I tend to go in there to get my clothes that I can modify. I can pretty much modify clothes, but I can't actually do all the neats, all the buttons and, stuff like that. I just love being in costume and just showing my nerdy, weird, kooky craziness. And if I don't get a picture taken, who cares? I'm having fun. Don't be afraid, because there will be people out there that will ridicule you. Like for instance, I was ridiculed because I'm a plus size cosplayer, and there's always going to be someone out there that's going to say, you're a disgrace to this, you're a disgrace to the cosplay community, you're a disgrace because you're race, you're a disgrace because you're overweight, you're a disgrace because you wear glasses and the costume doesn't. And so don't be afraid to get out there and actually do anything, because you're just going to be down on yourself and you're not going to have a good time. And basically what I'm saying, just be yourself.
Hi, I'm Dustin. I'm from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, and I'm cosplaying West, theme from Pokemon Coliseum.
I'm Shane. I'm from here in Tulsa, and I'm cosplaying the girl for the Me video.
A while, like maybe around 10 years.
I started cosplaying about maybe 7 years ago, but I didn't start taking it seriously until I started dating him and I started making my own cosplay.
Just the whole, the whole acting thing, being able to be someone else for a day. It means a lot to me. There's a huge influence in my childhood. I played dress up all the time with my family, and it just kind of stuck.
I started because I really loved characters when watching cartoons. I see people dress up as these characters, and I was like, I want to dress up too, So being that my family wasn't like nerds, so I like to say they were being part of a Hispanic family. It was always soccer, sports, this and that. And so I wanted to be different, and I've always was the different one. I didn't like sports. I was more of a video game person, so when I found out about cosplay, it was something that interested me so much, because now I can become these characters that I looked up to when I was younger.
Some of the upsides is that it's really awesome to wear a costume that you really enjoy and that you put a lot of time and heart into. Then have people like say you're dressed as Spider-Man and some little kid comes up to you and says, "Hi, Spider-Man," and it's so sweet and it's such a good experience. The cons, it's hot. A lot of cosplayers I know do this. It's like the staple of cosplay is that a lot of people wear nothing when it's cold and everything when it's hot. It's worth it to bear through that so you can be able to wear all of these elaborate things that you
Pros for me is that it's nice to be something that you're usually like in cosplay, I feel free. I feel like I can do whatever I want. I can be who I want. It's great. The cons, however, is that being a plus size sometimes can be hard because some people are like, you know, like the Me girl. She's really skinny, like tiny little waist and everything. So I mean, yeah, you'll get sometimes, but that shouldn't let anyone. It shouldn't bring you down. I mean, I'm feeling this because I'm taking a step forward because this is something I wouldn't have done last year because it would have made me uncomfortable. But with support from him, my own boyfriend, he helped me through it. But again, sometimes this is a cause that sometimes a plus size cosplayer will get some negativity, or if you have a different skin tone, then sometimes people, but that's why you just avoid those people and you know the people who support you.
It's been overall really fun. I actually started out by I went to this I used to go to this anime club at my local library, and that's where I started out, being able to show off my cosplays. It's just been overall a really fun, rewarding experience.
It's been really great because seeing pictures of me from before, like my store-bought stuff, and didn't have like the right wings, and didn't have all the right stuff, and now I'm like, it's something I made myself with the right outfit. Of course I took off my heels because my feet were hurting, and if you're wearing them for so long, it hurts. Back then I was shy and nervous, and I'm still quite shy and nervous when I'm meeting new people. However, here at Con, it's more accepting, it's more fun, and back then it was fun and fun and accepting. But you know, I was nervous, and now I'm like, hello world, I'm in my cosplay.
I'm here.
I'm here, notice me.
All the senpais notice me.
Yes.
Is there any advice you would love to give to anybody who is just now starting out in cosplaying or thinking about going into cosplaying?
Don't give up. That's the number one advice I can give. Don't give up. Even if something doesn't look right, you can always fix a mistake, make it better. You can always improve. There is always room for improvement. And if somebody tries to put you down, don't give up, because you don't need that negativity in your life. Just don't give up. Never give up. Never surrender. Keep on with your cosplay. If it's something you enjoy doing, then by all means, yes, do it. It is something you enjoy, so do it. It is an art form, and it is extremely rewarding, so don't give up.
It's for a lot of plus size cosplayers. If you're starting out and you're really nervous and say that you want to do like a really sexy looking cosplay, an example would be this, or Mad Moxie from Borderlands 2. If you're not comfortable doing that yet, then start out small. So start off with something less revealing. Start out with something like a character that you really like. Because I started off with like an Organization 13 from Kingdom Hearts because I wasn't comfortable, and now I am. So don't force yourself to be cosplaying something so sexy in the beginning, because then you'll just feel so uncomfortable and you feel like you just force yourself and you're not ready. So take it slow.
Okay, well, my name is Scott Pope, and this is my wife Sean, and our daughter Angela, and we're from Mountain Home, Arkansas, and we're cosplaying from the characters from Princess Mononoke. This is our first cosplay. We started these costumes. They're built from scratch a month and a half ago, and a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, I didn't know how to sew. So since then, and leading up to now, I learned how to sew, and with everything you see here, we built.
You went out on a sewing machine and got started.
I think because we did a lot of research leading up to it. We watched a lot of people's personal YouTube videos on anime and going to cosplays, and so we were somewhat prepared. A few things that, well, I wish I would have done this or that. I think other than having so many extra props, aside from that, I think we're pretty prepared. If someone just kind of watches some of the YouTube videos of people who've gone, you'll know what you're going into. And for us, it's been a wonderful, exciting experience.
I would say, because everything was learned as we made it, like making her spear was from scratch, so it was a live trial and error. I made her mask 3 or 4 times, and then her ears, what we did is we tailored the ears on our other dog. I basically made a picture and outlined her ears, which she has more pointed ears, not as much as these, and used them as a template. Okay, if you don't know how to sew, you will learn how to sew. That's a given. If you think you're going to get by without doing that, you're going to have sticky fingers with that liquid sewing glue. The other thing, it's going to advance your ability to create things, your ingenuity, the ability to think of something, doing something slightly instead of right in the box, making the costume just the way they show it, coming up with your own little twist to give a little zing to it. If you want to make it so it's authentic, or if you want to give it to more pizzazz or style.
On would be making sure that you save money and budget for it, because what starts off as a really inexpensive costume can easily go up in price. So planning financially and budgeting for how much you're trying to spend. Because you buy a little bit here and a little bit there, and all of a sudden it's way up there.
Yes, start with a set amount for every item, even before you get started. If you're going to make a spear, only plan on spending $5. You'll have to be more conservative on wasting materials.
There's not anything to go wrong. So that way, if it does, you're covered.
Well, so far, Coda's stolen the show. Every chance.
Way to go, man.
Coda here has really stolen the show.
Yeah, sometimes they ask to take a picture and we think it's of us,
And they only get a picture of Coda. If you're planning on going to a con in the next 6 months to a year, start building now. I can't stress this enough. Start building now. Experiment, try, and save.
And I think that something I had a hard time with is don't be afraid to mess something up. Just try anyways, because I'm afraid to make a mess. So I had a hard time trying.
My name is Val. I'm from Tulsa, Oklahoma actually, and I am cosplaying a female Team Skullgrind from Pokemon Sun and Moon. Oh gosh, 7 years? Oh gosh, I can't even remember, I was like 14. Like I found out about cosplay online because I had a friend that did it. And then it was like, oh, you should try this out. And I had characters that I really, really loved. And I was like, I'd love to dress up as them and just go to this because this seems like something that I'd be really into. And then it just went off from there. Like, I started a really, really poorly made cosplay, might I add, for Halloween. And then the summer following that Halloween, I went to my first Tokyo in Tulsa. So I've been at it for a little bit. Okay, one of them is that it's really, really, really expensive.
So that's a con.
It's hella expensive. A pro would be like, I feel like it's just like a creative outlet. Like, I feel like we all need something to be like, put out, you know, like, whether it's music, art, like drawing, all that stuff. I feel like cosplay is just one of those things that you can emotionally express yourself with different twists on the character, how you handle a certain piece of the cosplay. It's just good to have something like that, I think, especially if it's like, I wouldn't say a coping but if it's just like it helps you with like things that are going on in your life. It's been really good actually. Like I've made a lot of new friends, I've lost a few friends, but it's like it's mostly just been like everybody's super friendly and like no one, I mean there's drama, but that's like, that has nothing to do with cosplay. It's just like, it helped me come out of my shell, I guess. It made me more creative and I'm really proud of the stuff that I'm able to do now because it was like so different back then. And like now I'm really proud of what I made, like my cosplays. And I went into it completely blind. I had no idea what I was doing. It definitely like gives me some skills, if that makes sense. It gives me skills that I mean not really that I can use in a job, but like it did help me find stuff that I'm like interested in and I'm like, oh, I want to do this with my life. I'd say that for first timers, the biggest thing is do something that you think you will be able to do. And if it's hard, if it's easy, just if you think you can do it, just like go right, you just have to go.
I'm Levi. I'm from Luther, Oklahoma, which is like a really small town near Wellston and Hara. And I've only been cosplaying for about a year. This is gonna sound really nerdy, but
come on.
Homestuck, honestly. I was just a little baby, I was like 11, and I was like, wow, Homestuck's really cool. And then I saw people dressing up like it, and my mind was just blown. I was like, you can do that? And so my first ever cosplay was just really trashy. It was from Homestuck, but it was still really trashy. But that's kind of what got me into it, and then I started Googling like more and more pictures, and I was just like, oh, that's a normal thing apparently. My cosplay's Nippet and Leon. Yeah, that kind of stuff. But it was really trashy, because I was just like, here, have some cat face paint and a tail. Done. Whoa,
People are gonna know me from everywhere.
I mean, not that hard because like I had the support of my parents, so it was kind of okay. And I was a baby at the time, so I couldn't really buy my own stuff. But like, I was really confident of myself at the time. I was like, yeah, everyone's gonna know me. It's gonna be so cool. Which is obviously not. Pros are like you actually get like really good crafting experiences under your belt. I'm actually making a fursuit head soon, so I'm gonna have that under my belt purely for cosplay, and I think that's really nice. Some cons. I don't know if you've heard this already, but some of the like cosplay communities are really cancerous. Like Homestuck actually is terrible. I love Homestuck, don't get me wrong, obviously. But the community is obviously like honestly terrible. There's either like actually respectable like people, and then there's like 10-year-olds that are like, ha, buckets! And it's like, please stop. One of the really good ones was like, I won a cosplay costume, okay. I was in my giant toothless quad suit and I got second place in youth, but it was really funny because I got hate on it like 2 days later saying, you store-bought it. You try finding a giant toothless quad suit online, alright?
Let me know when you find it.
Let me know, please, because I'm genuinely curious. And probably one of my worst was my first con, no, my second con. I was at SoonerCon last year, and I was cosplaying as Dave Strider because at the time I was like, yeah, he's so easy, I love him, he's, you know, like every single Homestuck fan ever. Someone came up to me and touched, like grabbed my butt, and then just like took off running, and I was like, what? Why? And later I got explanation, it was because I was cosplaying Dave, and that's purely the only reason. I'd say kind of watch out for people, because there are like, I know cosplay's cool enough, but there are some creepy people in the cosplay community. As much as it's like glorified, there are a lot of creepers. Yikes. Another thing is just kind of like, don't, like I know this sounds really basic and like everyone says this, but like don't care about other people, I guess. Like,
trust me, I love that answer.
Yeah, like I know everyone's gonna be like, what if people don't recognize me? What if this, what if that? Yesterday I was a Morty with a tan shirt instead of a yellow shirt. No one recognized me, I didn't care, I was having a good time.
Well, my name is Sarah Evon for Evon, and I'm from Sand Springs, Oklahoma. And well, I don't really have any makeup currently because this is so soon.
Ooh.
So I just wore the new Nepeta jacket that I got recently from a website.
And this is your first year cosplaying or doing anything like this?
Yeah,
That's cool. What do you think of it so far?
So far it's pretty cool. I like going to the other people and naming all the different cosplays that I actually know.
Being able to point them out and be like, hey, I know what that is. Yeah. So what really made you want to do something like this?
Well, I thought it would be fun since at home I don't really do much but lie around and do schoolwork.
Okay. Has there been, is it just good experience so far? Have you had any bad experiences yet?
Well, it was a pretty good experience. I mean, sometimes my feet hurt a little, but that's because I don't walk around that much anyways.
Do you like dressing like this? And
Yeah, it's fun.
do you think you'll come back next year? Probably. Dad, will she be coming back next year? Okay.
Definitely, if you're like sensitive to heat, you want to make sure you know the temperature outside before you do all that, and how hot it might be inside before you decide on a cosplay. And I'm going to do a Raven cosplay, but like in October at a different con, and you want. It can hurt at first when you put like eye contact in.
How many more cons do you plan on going to this year?
I don't know. So far, I only know about one other that's in October. I think it's called Wizard Con. I'm not sure. I know it's on Oklahoma City. So.
Yeah, I've never been to it, but I've heard of it. Alright, and if you want to do like a little wave or something like that at the end, you can go for that.
My name is Kayce. I am cosplaying Hanukkah from Love Live, and I am from here, Tulsa. I've been cosplaying for about 2.5 years now. My very first cosplay was Haruhi Fujioka from Oran High School Cosplay. I literally just bought the cosplay off of Amazon, and so it wasn't that hard to get it, but it was kind of difficult going out in it the first time. Like, I got really nervous, but after that I just like fell in love and started cosplaying. I have so many now. A lot of the pros are if you're like me, this is a pro. You get lots of attention for cosplaying, and like people want to take pictures with you, and it's just really fun, especially whenever you see people who are cosplaying from the same show as you. It's just so much fun to like go out, especially if you're being in character. It's so much fun, and like there's all kinds of things like with Love Live, you can like learn the dances and know how to dance. Also, another con is high priced food and drinks, but like at cons. But like cosplay is just really fun overall. Like you just in a costume. It's like Halloween, but not on Halloween. You feel? It's been like really gradual from I've been like straying from buying all of mine the first year that I cosplayed to slowly starting to make parts of them, and now I've like started making full cosplays. Like I'll go to thrift stores and modify things. I don't like to start from scratch usually, but I like to modify things to my size, to the right look and everything. So I'd say that I've gotten a lot better over the years of cosplaying. I would say if you want to do it, go for it. And if people judge you for it, that's their problem. Like, I get people with social anxiety who can't handle it sometimes, and that is completely fine. But it's just really, it's really fun, and it's just really satisfying to get to go out and cosplay. And also, don't shame people for buying their cosplays. Like, a lot of people who will make their cosplays will shame people that buy theirs online, because some people just can't sew and can't make things, and that is just fine. You can buy cosplays. And also, another thing that I would like to say is you don't have to have a certain body type to cosplay. You can be any body type and still cosplay. Your body type does not define which characters you can be. You can be any character that you love. Just be yourself, and if you're comfortable in it, go for it. Go out there.
Hi, I'm Nikki. I am from Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'm cosplaying as Armin Arler. I also go by Toki sometimes, and I'm cosplaying Armin. Yeah! I've been cosplaying for about 8 to 9 years. I've been cosplaying ever since I was 10.
Wow.
So my first cosplay experience, I went to a friend's birthday party and I literally took paper and made a Rinkegamen cosplay, and it turned out terrible, but I loved filling it every single second because I made it and it just felt really good. One is uncomfortable cosplays, because earlier I was in a giant ball gown dress and it was terrible and I almost cried, but the best thing about cosplay would probably be meeting new friends and basically getting to know more and new people.
I want to make sure you're getting it all out.
Just try not to get into drama. If you feel drama building up, just walk straight away from it. It's the best idea to do. Since I first started cosplaying, it's had its up and downs, but later it's been getting a lot better, and it's a really fun experience for me so far. Just cosplay hate, people who like hate on your cosplays because they're not up to perfect or canon, just don't listen to them. They're stupid people who are ignorant and can't take what cosplay really is about, which is being fun. Cosplay someone you really, really like. Don't cosplay someone because someone tells you you should. Cosplay a character because you love that character and you always want to be that character. That's the real reason to cosplay. And so just follow by that. It doesn't matter if you get like $12 wigs on eBay, you're still going to be cosplaying perfectly fine. So just do what you want to do.
And final question, did you go into cosplaying completely blind like I am, or did you have a little bit of skill under your belt?
I'm basically completely blind. I didn't know how to sew or anything. Literally all I could get was paper and fabric paint, and that's literally, I came in completely blind, so yeah.
And look at you now.
Yeah.
Kayce. I am from Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I was cosplaying Armored Sailor Jupiter earlier.
And this is your second year doing interviews with me.
Yes.
So you guys can catch her on last year's interviews as well.
What did I say last year? 9?
I don't know.
Maybe 10 years?
I didn't write down everybody's dialogue.
I think it was 10 years. You lose track after a while. I guess it started when I started watching anime and I started seeing people dressed up. I was like, I want to do that. Besides, the Halloween costumes you get as a kid. So that kind of started. I think it was Shibo Chara that got me into it. I think that was my first cosplay. Most of it was store-bought. First of all, it came from Goodwill. I only made the leggings she wore, and they were pretty hard since I didn't know how to work a needle and thread. It was pretty hard.
Did you start hand sewing or do you use a machine?
I started hand sewing and then eventually I got a machine, and I was like, I want to make all these nice big costumes, but I don't want to get, arthritis in my joints.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how easy would you say it is to start using a sewing machine?
Maybe a 6, if you watch enough YouTube videos. Epic. I just did my first armor, and everyone loved it.
I liked it. It looked super nice on you.
I was so happy when I got it done. It made me cry just a little bit. Not starting your cosplay early enough, and then you ended up finishing the day before the convention.
Are you speaking from
Yes, my
personal
Sailor
experience
Jupiter.
here?
My Sailor Jupiter costume wasn't made until Thursday morning after staying up for 48 hours.
Jesus.
And then, yes, this morning when I was going to cosplay, I didn't try everything on. And so I had breaks and everything, but I got it together.
But you learned. You learned from it. So.
Thank God for hot glue. Don't procrastinate. Choose something easy. Learn to sew from YouTube videos. That's how I do it. Take your time. Don't try to rush it. The more you take your time with, the more better it'll look. And I recommend working with WHOOAA. It's so fun.